So the next part of section 6.4 is graphing a line using a table of values. We need to complete the table of values for two of these equations and then graph the points and then join the points to get a line. You should have lots of practice at creating a table of values and graphing. You did a number of them for section 6.3 in that investigation. So it's a matter of choosing some values, substituting into the equation, finding the corresponding missing value, and then plotting those points. Now there's two special values that we can always look at. Those values are what we call the x and the y intercepts. Where does the graph cross the x and y axis? This here would be called the y intercept. That's where it crosses the y axis. This here would be called the x-intercept because that's where it crosses the x-axis. Okay? These points have special characteristics. The y-intercept, this point here, this y-intercept, is going to have coordinates 0, some value of y, positive or negative. Okay? It's called the y-intercept. This x-intercept value here, this is going to have some coordinate value of x, 0. Okay? So this one here, this is our x-intercept. This one here is our y-intercept. Okay? These are special points that, well, if you get proficient enough at graphing, if you can calculate both of those quickly, then you'll very easily be able to get your graph. Okay? But what we're going to do is choose some points. And we're going to choose these x and y intercept values. And we're also just going to randomly choose two other values. And I'm going to say, well, let's look at -1 and 2. So what do? Remember that the process is we take this x value and we substitute it into our equation to calculate a missing y value, which then goes here. Okay, so if I take away these messy lines, it looks something like this. I start with my equation. Y is equal to 5 minus 2x. I'm going to substitute in my 0 for x, and I'm going to calculate. Oops, that's not a 2. 2 times 0 is 0. Gives me 5. And this 5 is the value that goes right here. So there's our first point. I do the same for my second point. Start with my equation. Y is equal to 5 minus 2x. Except this time it's a value of 0 for y, so that goes in a different place. That goes here for y is equal to 5 minus 2x. But I now have an equation with single variable, which means I should be able to calculate for that missing variable. I'm going to rewrite this as 5 minus 2x equals 0, so that I've got, well, my x values on the right side, on the proper side. If I'm going to be solving this equation to get the 2x by itself, or this x by itself, the first thing I need to do is subtract 5. Because I subtract 5 from one side of the equal sign, I have to subtract 5 from the other side of the equal sign. These will cancel. I'm left with minus 2x is equal to minus 5. And then my next step is I need that x by itself, so I'm going to divide by -2. Divide by -2. That's going to give me x is equal to -5 over -2, or just 5 over 2. And that's my missing x value, 5 over 2. Now I keep continuing that same process with my equation. I go y is equal to 5 minus 2x. This time x is equal to -1. -1. 5 plus 2, which is equal to 7. So this is 7. And I do the same for, well, that was this one. Do the same for this one. Y is equal to 5 minus 2x, which is equal to 5 minus 2 times 2. Well, 2 times 2 is 4. This is 5 minus 4, which is equal to 1. 1. Now I've got a table of values. I can plot those points. 0 and 5. 0 and 5 would go here. 5 over 2 and 0. 5 over 2. 5 over 2 is what? 1, 2.5. 2.5 would be here. 2.5 and 0. Then we have negative 1 and 7. And 2, 2, 1. And then I would do my best possible. Draw a line that goes through those points. And there's my line. Rough sketch. I think I'll quickly do this, do B as well, right here and right now. Okay, so question B, new equation, 4x minus 3y is equal to 12. Again, looking for our x and y intercepts, I'm going to make x equal to 0. So in my equation, I'm going to go, I'll change colors. Let's go with blue. 4x minus 3y is equal to 12. Substitute in 0 for x, that's 4 times 0, minus 3y is equal to 12. Well, that's 0, so it's negative 3y is equal to 12. Divide by negative 3 to get rid of it, divide by negative 3 to get rid of it. Y is equal to negative 4. Negative 4. That's how fast you should eventually get to be with solving or substituting points in and calculating a missing value. So now I'm going to find the other intercept, this one here, still. Start with my equation, 4x minus 3y is equal to 12. This time y is 0, so it's 4x minus 3 times 0 is equal to 12. Well, 3 times 0 is 0, so this is 4x. Whoops. This is 4x is equal to 12. Divide by 4, divide by 4. X is equal to 3. 3. Now the beauty of the x and y intercept method is actually right now I could probably just take those 2 points, 0, negative 4, 0, negative 4, whoops, not erase, 0, negative 4, and 3, 0. There's my x and y intercepts. And I actually probably could, if I wanted to, maybe draw my line right now. If, of course, you believe yourself to be proficient enough, then x and y intercepts, 2 points, probably might be good enough to draw a line. You should always plot a second or a third or a fourth point just to make sure that you've got them all correct. So that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to choose another couple of points. And you know what? Because I know how it's all going to work out, I'm going to choose negative 3 and I'm going to choose 6. And I'm going to go through those calculations that I just did. I'm going to say 4x minus 3y is equal to 12. Well, I'm going to put in negative 3 for x. It's 4 times negative 3 minus 3y is equal to 12. This is negative 12 minus 3y is equal to 12. Add 12 to get rid of it. Add 12 to bring it to the other side. Negative 3y is equal to 24. Oops, forgot the equal sign. Equals. And then divide by negative 3. Divide by negative 3. Y is equal to negative 8. So my point here, negative 8. So then I would go to here to try and plot this. Negative 3, negative 8 falls somewhere down in here. Look at that, right on my line. Almost like I knew what I was doing. Now, I do the same thing. 4x minus 3y is equal to 12. This time I'm putting 6 in for x. 4 times 6 minus 3y is equal to 12. 24 minus 3y is equal to 12. Subtract 24. Subtract 24. Negative 3y is equal to negative 12. Divide by negative 3. Divide by negative 3. Y is equal to 4. 4. Plot my point, 6, 4, 6, 4. Oh, boom, right there. Now that was pretty fast. A little bit faster than I would expect you to be able to work through these at this point, but eventually, if you could get to that point and be that fast, that would be fantastic.